God says, you are going to hear some good news because of your last act. This is very important. Don't try to skip this. Listen to God now before it's too late. I am telling you this at the very start, because what I am about to release over your life cannot be delayed. And if you scroll past this moment, you may miss the very confirmation you have been praying for in secret. The good news is already moving toward you because of the last act of obedience you showed when no one else noticed but me. Do not ignore this stirring in your heart, because I am opening a door that has been closed for a long time, and it is connected directly to what you just did in faith. If you believe I am speaking to you right now, comment Amen. You thought your last act was small, but I saw it as a seed planted in holy ground. When you chose kindness instead of anger, when you chose patience instead of revenge, when you gave even though you felt empty, I marked that moment in heaven. I am not a God who overlooks sacrifice, and I am not blind to the quiet tears you wiped away before anyone could see them. Because of that choice, I have arranged good news that will reach your ears sooner than you expect. This is not random encouragement, and it is not empty words meant to make you feel better for a few minutes. I am speaking because the timing is precise, and you are standing at the edge of a shift. The good news that is coming is connected to restoration, and it will answer something you have carried in silence. You must listen carefully, because what I reveal now will prepare you to receive it without fear. Before I continue, I ask you from your heart to gently press the like button as a sign that you are standing in faith and choosing to trust what I am doing in your life right now. That simple act of agreement matters more than you realize, because it shows that you are not ashamed to align yourself with my promises. I am drawing you closer in this moment, and I want you fully present. The good news is not only about an external change, but about an internal breakthrough. You have been wondering if your obedience made any difference, and I am telling you clearly that it did. When you resisted the temptation to give up, when you prayed instead of complaining, when you forgave even though your heart was still healing, you activated a blessing that was waiting for your agreement. I respond to faith, and your last act was faith in motion. You may have felt overlooked, but I was watching every detail. You may have felt weak, but in that weakness you showed strength that many never reach. Because you chose what was right over what was easy, I am now choosing to honor you in a way that will bring relief and joy. The good news will carry my fingerprint, and you will know it could only have come from me. Do not let doubt steal this moment from you. The enemy tried to convince you that nothing was changing, but behind the scenes I was rearranging circumstances. I have been touching hearts, opening conversations, shifting outcomes, and preparing opportunities. The reason I tell you not to skip this is because your mind needs to be ready before your ears hear what is coming. The last act you performed was not wasted effort. It was a declaration that you still trust me, even when you cannot see the full picture. That trust moves heaven in ways you cannot measure. Because of it, the news that approaches you carries restoration for something that once felt lost. You are not forgotten, and you are not standing alone. I am closer than you think, and I have wrapped protection around you even in moments when you felt exposed. The good news will remind you that I reward faithfulness, and it will silence the voice that told you your obedience did not matter. If you trust what I am declaring over your life, comment 1111. What is coming will not only encourage you but also strengthen you for the next season. I am not simply giving you relief, I am preparing you for elevation. The news will confirm that I have been guiding your steps even when the path felt confusing. It will be evidence that I never left you during the waiting. You must understand that your last act was a turning point. It may have looked ordinary on the outside, but in the spirit it shifted direction. I saw your humility, and I saw your courage to choose righteousness when no one was applauding you. Because of that, I am aligning you with favor that will surprise you. The good news will not arrive by accident. It will come at the exact moment when you need it most, and it will answer a question you have carried quietly in your heart. When it reaches you, remember this moment, and remember that I told you beforehand so that your faith would grow. I am a God who prepares my children before I bless them. Stay attentive in the coming days. Pay attention to conversations, to calls, to small changes that feel different. I am weaving something together that carries my promise, and it will unfold step by step. You are about to see that obedience, even when it costs you, always produces fruit in due time. I am proud of the way you handled your last test. You did not choose perfection, but you chose surrender, and that is what I honor. The good news is a response to your surrender, and it is wrapped in my grace. Do not let fear convince you that you are unworthy of what I am about to release. You may still feel surrounded by the same circumstances, but do not mistake stillness for stagnation. I have already begun shifting the atmosphere around you. There are conversations taking place that you cannot hear, and decisions being made that will benefit you. Because of your last act, doors that once resisted you are softening. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now, you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The good news will carry relief in an area where you felt stretched too thin. You have been carrying responsibility with quiet strength, and I saw how heavy it felt. When you chose to respond with grace instead of frustration, you invited my peace deeper into your situation. That peace is now making room for practical breakthrough. Do not assume that I only reward grand gestures. I honor small acts done with a sincere heart. When you held back harsh words, when you chose generosity instead of selfishness, when you kept praying though answers seemed delayed, you proved that your faith is real. I am responding to that reality with tangible goodness. You are not imagining the shift you feel inside. That inner stirring is preparation for what is about to unfold. I am steadying your emotions so that when the good news reaches you, you receive it with gratitude instead of disbelief. You will not sabotage this blessing with fear, because I am strengthening your confidence now. The enemy wanted you to regret your last act. There were whispers telling you that you gave too much or forgave too quickly. Those whispers were attempts to weaken your trust. I am telling you clearly that you did not lose anything by choosing righteousness. Because of that choice, restoration is forming in places you thought were permanently damaged. The good news may come through a person, an opportunity, or a resolution you did not expect. It will feel like a breath of fresh air after a long season of holding your breath. When it arrives, you will remember this promise and recognize my hand in it. You have been tested in patience, and you passed in ways you did not even see. I saw the nights when you wrestled with discouragement and still whispered my name. I saw the mornings when you stood up again even though your strength felt low. Those moments mattered more than you know. The good news will also confirm that I have been protecting you from what could have harmed you. There were outcomes that did not happen, and you may have felt disappointed at the time. Later, you will understand that those closed paths were acts of mercy. I remove what would injure you before I release what will bless you. Your last act proved that your heart is still soft toward me. You did not harden yourself after disappointment. You did not close off your compassion. Because your heart remained open, I can trust you with what is coming. This next season will not look like the last one. The weight that pressed on you will begin to lift gradually. The good news will be the first clear sign that the tide has turned. Comment 1212 if you are ready to receive what I am preparing for you. I want you to understand something deeply. I do not bless you to create pride, but to create testimony. The news you are about to hear will strengthen your faith and encourage someone else through you. Your obedience is not only about your comfort but about influence. You have questioned your worth at times. You wondered if your efforts were enough. I am telling you that I saw your sincerity, and that sincerity moved my heart. The good news may touch your finances, your relationships, your work, or your health. I am not limited to one area, and I know exactly where you need relief most. Because you acted in faith, I am acting in faithfulness. I am not a distant observer, but an active Father. Keep your spirit steady in the coming days. Avoid negative voices that try to drag you back into doubt. Protect your mind with gratitude, because gratitude prepares the ground for greater blessing. You are stepping into a season where small signs will begin confirming my promise. I am also strengthening you internally so that you do not become dependent on circumstances alone. The greatest gift I give you is my presence. Even before the good news arrives, my peace has already begun to settle over you. That peace is evidence that I am near. Your last act was a declaration that you trust me more than your fear. That declaration echoed in the spirit realm. It shifted the narrative that was forming around your situation. Because of it, hope has replaced despair in ways you cannot yet fully see. You are not too late for what I have planned. You have not missed your window. The timing of this blessing is precise, and it matches the maturity you gained through hardship. I waited until your heart was ready, and now it is. When the good news reaches you, let it remind you of this truth. I reward faithfulness even when it is quiet and unseen. I defend those who choose integrity over convenience. I open doors for those who honor me in hidden places. Stay attentive to subtle changes. Sometimes I move gently before I move dramatically. A small shift today can become a significant breakthrough tomorrow. Do not underestimate gradual progress. You are under my protection, and that protection has covered you in ways you will only understand later. I shielded you from deeper pain while shaping your character. I allowed certain delays so that your foundation would become stronger. Now that foundation is steady enough to support what I am bringing. The good news will not confuse you. It will align with the peace you feel right now. It will not require you to compromise your values. It will not demand that you betray your faith. I am leading you into clarity. Confusion is losing its grip over your thoughts. You will begin to see your situation differently. What once felt like punishment will reveal itself as preparation. Remember that your last act was not just a response to circumstance, it was an offering to me. I received it with joy. Because you trusted me in that moment, I am honoring you in this one. There are blessings that cannot be forced, only received. Position yourself with humility and expectation. Do not try to control how it comes. Let me surprise you. You are not forgotten in the crowd. I know your name, your story, your hidden battles. I know the exact point where your strength felt weakest. That is the very place where my strength is about to shine through the good news that approaches you. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Your obedience has built a bridge into a better season. Walk across it without fear. The news you are about to hear will be confirmation that I am actively working in your favor. Comment 777 to declare your faith in what I am about to complete. There were times you almost regretted what you did. You wondered if being kind, forgiving, or generous made you look weak. I saw the tension inside you when you chose peace over pride. That choice did not diminish you. It elevated you in ways that are now beginning to unfold. The good news will not simply solve a problem, it will restore your confidence. It will remind you that doing what is right is never wasted in my kingdom. Because you honored me with your last act, I am honoring you with visible favor. I want you to understand that blessings often travel quietly before they arrive loudly. Right now, I am aligning details you cannot see. I am influencing outcomes without drawing attention to the process. What looks ordinary around you holds hidden movement within it. You have been asking me for confirmation that you are on the right path. This promise is that confirmation. Your obedience redirected your journey towards something better. The road ahead may still require patience, but it no longer leads toward disappointment. The good news will reach you in a way that feels unmistakable. It will not create confusion or fear. It will carry a sense of relief that settles deep in your spirit. When you hear it, you will feel the weight begin to lift. You have carried responsibility quietly for a long time. You handled pressures that others did not even notice. Your last act showed that you still believe in my guidance despite the strain. That belief has opened space for restoration. Do not allow impatience to weaken your expectation. Timing matters, and I am perfect in timing. The delay you experienced was not denial, it was alignment. There are people connected to your story who will be surprised by what unfolds. Some underestimated your faith, some assumed you would give up. I am about to show them that perseverance produces fruit. Your obedience also protected you from consequences that could have been severe. If you had chosen differently, you would have stepped into deeper struggle. Because you surrendered your impulse and followed my whisper, you stepped into safety instead. Comment 1010 to declare your faith. The good news will bring stability where there was uncertainty. It may appear as an opportunity that secures your future, or as reconciliation that heals tension. It may come through provision that answers practical needs. However it arrives, it will reflect my care for you. I am not finished shaping your character. Even as I prepare blessing, I continue refining your heart. You are learning to trust without constant proof that growth is more valuable than you realize. The last act you performed was an expression of love. Love always draws my attention. When you chose love over ego, you stepped into alignment with my nature. That alignment is powerful. You may not feel extraordinary, but you are walking through an extraordinary transition. The season of constant strain is fading. The season of renewal is emerging slowly but surely. You are not stuck where you were. The good news will also increase your courage. It will remind you that you can handle more than you thought. It will show you that your faith has substance. It will strengthen your resolve for future challenges. I am surrounding you with unseen support. Angels stand guard over your path. Protection has been active, even when you were unaware. I guard what concerns you because you belong to me. When the news arrives, receive it with gratitude rather than suspicion. Do not question whether you deserve it. Grace is not earned through perfection. It is given in response to trust. Your last act was a seed. Seeds do not produce harvest instantly, but they always produce in time. What you planted through obedience is now ready to break through the surface. Growth is happening beneath what you can see. You have grown more mature than you realize. Trials that once shook you now refine you. Reactions that once controlled you no longer define you. That maturity prepared you for the good news that is forming. There is also healing attached to this promise. Emotional wounds that felt sensitive will begin to soften. You will notice that the pain does not hold the same intensity. Restoration does not always arrive dramatically, sometimes it comes gently. Stay steady in your daily choices. Continue walking in integrity. Continue speaking truth with kindness. The blessing tied to your last act thrives in an environment of consistency. You are not overlooked in this vast world. I see the quiet battles that no one applauds. I understand the sacrifices you made without recognition. My awareness of you is constant and personal. The good news will confirm that your life is not random. There is direction guiding you. There is purpose shaping your journey. There is intention behind what unfolds next. Do not allow negative thoughts to sabotage this promise. Replace them with expectation. Expect goodness. Expect clarity. Expect confirmation. You are moving into a season where your faith becomes more confident, not because life becomes perfect, but because you recognize my hand more clearly. The news that approaches you will deepen that recognition. Your last act demonstrated trust in uncertainty. That trust created movement in the spiritual realm. Barriers began to loosen, paths began to clear. I am drawing you into greater peace. Anxiety will not rule your decisions. Fear will not dominate your thoughts. My presence is steady around you. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. There will be a moment soon when you pause and realize that what I promised is unfolding exactly as spoken. That realization will strengthen your belief in future promises. It will anchor you when new challenges arise. Continue listening with humility. Continue watching with expectation. What I am preparing carries both comfort and opportunity. It is tailored to your situation. You are favored not because you are flawless, but because you are faithful. Faithfulness in small things creates access to larger ones. That principle is working for you right now. The good news will not only change circumstances but also expand your vision. You will begin to think bigger about what is possible. Limitations that once felt permanent will appear temporary. You are protected in this transition. Even if resistance appears briefly, it will not prevail. I am guiding the outcome. Let gratitude fill your heart, even before you see the full result. Gratitude attracts greater blessing. Gratitude prepares you to steward what I give. Your journey is not defined by past mistakes. It is defined by present obedience. The last act you performed outweighed former regrets. I measure your direction, not just your history. The good news is a sign that you are advancing. Advancement does not always feel loud, but it is real. You are stepping forward. I am pleased with the way you responded when tested. That response opened this chapter. Keep your spirit receptive and calm. Soon you will speak of this season as the turning point. You will say that it was the moment when hope regained strength. You will remember that I warned you ahead of time so that doubt would not steal your joy. Your last act was more powerful than you realized in that moment. You may have felt uncertain afterward, questioning whether it made any real difference. I saw the courage behind that decision, and I saw the surrender that accompanied it. Because of that surrender, something began to move that cannot now be stopped. The good news is connected to restoration of balance in your life. You have given more than you received for a long time, and that imbalance weighed on your spirit. When you chose obedience instead of resentment, you aligned yourself with my justice. Now, I am restoring what felt uneven. I am not rushing this blessing because I want it to arrive in fullness. Partial relief would not satisfy what I intend to do for you. The news coming toward you carries depth, not surface comfort. It will touch areas you thought were beyond repair. You have been growing quietly through trials. The strength forming inside you is different from what you had before. It is calmer, steadier, less shaken by small disruptions. That maturity prepared you for what I am about to release. There were moments when you wanted immediate results. You wanted visible proof that your obedience mattered. Instead, I gave you silence and asked for trust. That trust became the foundation for the good news that now approaches. You are not being tested endlessly. There is an end to intense stretching. What you endured refined your character and sharpened your discernment. Now you are positioned to receive without fear of misusing what I give. The good news will also carry confirmation that I heard your private prayers. Words you whispered alone were recorded by me. I did not ignore your tears or your quiet pleas. I was arranging response while you waited. Stay humble as expectation grows. Do not allow pride to creep in when favor appears. The blessing is a gift of grace, not a trophy of achievement. Keep your heart soft and grateful. You are surrounded by protection during this season. Even when you felt exposed, I was shielding you from unseen harm. I blocked outcomes that would have drained you further. My protection has been active in ways you cannot fully measure. The last act you performed was rooted in love and trust. That combination is powerful. Love keeps your heart aligned with my nature, and trust keeps your steps aligned with my direction. Because both were present, doors are opening quietly ahead of you. The good news will not only address a need, but also expand your influence. You will find yourself able to encourage others from a place of lived experience. What you went through will become strength for someone else. Your obedience will echo beyond your own life. Do not be distracted by temporary setbacks. Minor obstacles do not cancel major promises. I am guiding the larger picture even when smaller details appear confusing. Focus on my voice, not on momentary discomfort. Your mind has been tempted to replay old failures. Release those memories now. I measure your present alignment more than your past mistakes. The direction you are walking in matters more than where you once stumbled. The good news will bring clarity to something that felt uncertain. Fog will lift. Decisions that once felt heavy will become simpler. You will sense a new steadiness guiding your steps. I am strengthening your patience so that when the blessing arrives, you steward it wisely. Impulsiveness would have damaged what I am preparing. Growth in restraint ensures longevity in blessing. Comment 555 to declare your trust in my process. There is also healing unfolding beneath the surface. Emotional wounds that you carried quietly are softening. You will notice less tension when you think about past pain. Restoration is happening gradually and deeply. I am proud of the way you handled pressure. You did not respond perfectly, but you responded with sincerity. That sincerity mattered to me. It revealed a heart that desires alignment more than applause. The good news is not random good fortune. It is the fruit of obedience and the evidence of my faithfulness. When it reaches you, it will feel aligned with your journey. You will sense that it fits the growth you have experienced. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Continue walking in integrity. Do not compromise now that breakthrough is near. Small deviations can create unnecessary delay. Stay centered in what you know is right. You are not forgotten among millions. I know the exact details of your life. I understand your specific struggles, your specific hopes, your specific fears. My attention toward you is personal and focused. The last act you performed broke a pattern that had limited you. You chose a higher response than you once would have chosen. That higher response shifted your trajectory. You are no longer walking the same path you once did. The good news will also strengthen your confidence in my voice. You will recognize that I truly guide you. Doubt will lose some of its grip because you will see proof of my involvement. Faith will become more natural to you. I am not giving you this promise to create anxiety about when it will happen. I am giving it to anchor your hope during the final stretch of waiting. Hope stabilizes your emotions. Hope guards your peace. You have been learning to trust me without constant reassurance. That lesson was necessary. Now reassurance is coming as a reward for endurance. The balance between faith and evidence is shifting in your favor. Keep your heart free from bitterness. Do not revisit past offenses. Forgiveness keeps your spirit light enough to carry blessing. Heaviness would only burden what I am placing in your hands. The good news will remind you that obedience is never wasted. Even when results are delayed, impact is forming. Your decision to act differently changed more than you realized. It shifted internal and external dynamics. I am guiding conversations that will matter to you. I am aligning schedules, adjusting outcomes, and preparing opportunities. Nothing is random. Every detail is intentional. You may feel anticipation rising. Let it remain calm and steady. Excitement without grounding can create impatience. Stay anchored in trust. Your obedience has drawn my favor in a tangible way. Favor does not mean absence of challenge, but it does mean presence of support. You will notice doors opening more smoothly. You will sense cooperation where there was resistance. The good news may surprise you in its timing. It may arrive sooner than your mind expects. I often move suddenly after seasons of quiet preparation. Be ready to receive without hesitation. You are entering a chapter marked by renewal. The heaviness of the last season will not define the next one. You are not trapped in old patterns. You are stepping forward. I am strengthening your spiritual awareness. You will sense my guidance more clearly. You will feel less confusion when making decisions. Clarity is a gift attached to obedience. Remember that your last act was not just about that moment. It was about declaring who you are becoming. You chose growth over comfort. That choice reshaped your future. The good news carries more than information. It carries affirmation. It confirms that you are walking in alignment. It reinforces that your trust was not misplaced. Stay watchful and grateful. Gratitude keeps your heart open. Openness allows blessing to settle fully. You are protected in this transition. Nothing will snatch away what I am giving. Opposition may attempt to discourage you, but it will not prevail. I guard what I initiate. Very soon you will see the first visible sign of what I promised. It will feel like a turning key in a locked door. When that happens, pause and acknowledge me. Comment 1717 to affirm your readiness. Your last act was not simply a moral decision, it was a spiritual alignment. When you resisted what felt natural and chose what was righteous, you stepped into a higher level of trust. That trust opened access to favor that had been waiting for your agreement. I do not force blessings into unwilling hands, but I gladly place them into surrendered ones. The good news will carry more weight than you expect. It will not be shallow encouragement that fades by the next day. It will bring substance and direction. It will confirm that your obedience redirected your future in ways you could not calculate. You have been growing more stable inside, even if your outer world still looks the same. That internal stability is necessary for what is coming. I am not only giving you relief, I am expanding your capacity. The blessing attached to your last act requires maturity, and you have been developing it quietly. There were moments when you questioned whether I was truly guiding you. You wondered if your decision would cost you more than it would return. I allowed that tension to strengthen your trust. Now I am allowing reward to strengthen your confidence. The good news will also bring clarity to relationships that felt uncertain. You will see more clearly who stands with you and who does not. I am refining your circle so that support surrounds you instead of confusion. Alignment in relationships is part of the restoration I am releasing. Do not let impatience disturb your peace. The final stretch of waiting often feels longer because anticipation increases. Stay calm and grounded in trust. What I am bringing will not miss you. You are not overlooked in this vast world. I see the details of your daily effort. I understand the weight you carried silently. Your last act proved that your heart remains responsive to my voice. The good news will strengthen your sense of purpose. It will remind you that your life is not random. You are being guided step by step. Even setbacks were woven into preparation. There were paths you could have taken that would have led to regret. Because you paused and chose obedience, you avoided consequences that would have been heavy. Protection is often invisible until you look back. I shielded you more than you know. Your faith has been tested, but it has not been broken. It has become steadier and less dependent on immediate results. That steadiness is valuable. It makes you capable of carrying greater responsibility. The good news may arrive in a form that feels simple at first. Do not underestimate it. Sometimes what looks small contains powerful transformation. Receive it with gratitude and attentiveness. I am aligning provision with need. I am aligning opportunity with preparation. I am aligning answers with questions you have carried for months. Nothing is out of order. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You may feel a gentle stirring of hope rising again. That hope is not fragile, it is anchored in my faithfulness. Let it grow without fear. The last act you performed was rooted in surrender. Surrender creates room for my strength to operate. When you stopped trying to control the outcome, you gave me space to work. That space is now producing visible fruit. The good news will also remind you that I reward integrity. When you chose honesty over advantage, when you chose restraint over reaction, you honored me. That honor is being returned in the form of favor. I am not only blessing you for the past, I am positioning you for the future. What is coming will open additional pathways. It will create connections and possibilities that were previously blocked. You are stepping into a broader horizon. Stay attentive to subtle confirmations. A conversation may shift tone. A door may open unexpectedly. A burden may suddenly feel lighter. These are signs that the promise is unfolding. You are surrounded by protection during this transition. Even if challenges appear briefly, they will not undo what I have arranged. I guard the blessing connected to obedience. The good news will carry peace with it. It will not demand that you compromise your values. It will not push you into confusion. My gifts align with my character. Your confidence has grown quietly. You are less shaken by criticism. You are less driven by fear. That growth prepared you to receive without anxiety. I am also healing parts of your heart that still felt tender. You will notice less heaviness when you remember certain moments. Restoration is happening gently but thoroughly. Do not compare your journey with others. Your path is uniquely shaped. The timing of your blessing matches the lessons you have learned. Comparison only distracts from gratitude. The last act you performed shifted your direction more than you realized. It broke an old pattern. It declared that you are becoming someone new. That declaration altered your trajectory. The good news will feel like confirmation that you are moving forward. It will not be dramatic for attention, but it will be powerful in impact. You will sense that something real has changed. Continue walking in humility. Pride can weaken what gratitude strengthens. Stay grounded in awareness that every good gift comes from me. You are not too late for fulfillment. Opportunities that felt lost are being replaced with better ones. I do not restore with leftovers, I restore with intention. The good news will also encourage you to trust me more deeply. You will see that obedience, even when uncomfortable, leads to life. That realization will guide future decisions. I am preparing your environment for growth. I am removing unnecessary resistance. I am clearing obstacles that once seemed permanent. There is strength in you that you did not know existed. Hardship revealed it. Faith refined it. Now blessing will confirm it. When the news reaches you, pause and remember this season. Remember how close you were to doubting. Remember how you chose trust anyway. That memory will anchor you in future storms. You are favored because you are faithful. Faithfulness in small acts creates access to larger outcomes. You demonstrated that faithfulness clearly. The good news will not only bring relief, it will bring direction. You will know your next step more clearly. Confusion will decrease. I am steady and unwavering in my commitment to you. I do not promise lightly. When I speak, I fulfill. Very soon you will recognize the first unmistakable sign. It will feel like a door unlocking from the inside. When that moment comes, receive it with joy and calm assurance. Comment 1919 to declare your expectation. You must understand that the reason I warned you not to skip this is because awareness matters. When you are spiritually alert, you recognize blessing when it appears. If you are distracted by doubt or fear, you might misinterpret the very answer you prayed for. I am sharpening your awareness now so you receive with clarity. Your last act created a shift in your spiritual posture. You moved from reaction to surrender. That movement was powerful. It told me that you trust my direction more than your impulse. The good news will confirm that your restraint was not weakness. It was strength under guidance. What you held back from saying or doing preserved your future. Silence in that moment protected something sacred. There are changes already happening around you that you may not have fully noticed. Tension that once felt constant is beginning to ease. Resistance that once felt strong is losing intensity. These are early signs of what is unfolding. I am aligning timing carefully. I know the exact moment when the news will land in a way that strengthens rather than overwhelms you. Blessing without preparation can create instability. That is why I prepared you first. Your faith has grown quieter but deeper. You are less driven by emotion and more grounded in trust. That growth is evidence that you are ready. You can now carry what I am placing in your hands. The good news will also bring closure to something that has lingered too long. An unresolved tension will find resolution. An unanswered question will receive direction. What felt unfinished will begin to settle. You are not forgotten among many voices. I know your name and your struggle intimately. I saw how you wrestled internally before making that last decision. I saw the tears you wiped away after choosing obedience. Because of that moment, you stepped into protection you could not see. There were consequences that never reached you because you aligned with my voice. What felt like loss at first was actually preservation. The good news will restore not only circumstance but confidence. You will sense a renewed strength rising within you. It will not be loud, but it will be steady. You will feel anchored. Stay free from bitterness as breakthrough approaches. Old disappointments do not belong in your next season. Release them fully. Clean hands and a clear heart make space for lasting favor. You have been refined through waiting. Impatience once tried to dominate your thoughts, but you learned to breathe and trust. That lesson was necessary. It made you stable enough to receive without panic. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. The good news will also affirm that your obedience influenced more than you realized. Others were affected by your decision in positive ways. Your example spoke louder than you thought. Integrity carries unseen impact. I am not only rewarding your last act, I am reinforcing your identity. You are becoming someone who chooses faith consistently. That identity shift matters more than temporary comfort. There will be a moment when you realize that the pressure of the last season has truly lifted. It will feel like a weight sliding off your shoulders. That moment is part of the promise unfolding. Do not shrink back when blessing appears. Sometimes you hesitate because you fear disappointment. Let yourself receive fully this time. I am not teasing you with hope. The good news may arrive through unexpected channels. Remain open to possibilities you did not anticipate. I often use paths you did not plan. Flexibility keeps you aligned with my movement. You are protected during this transition. Even if small challenges surface, they will not cancel what I am doing. Opposition cannot override obedience. Your trust has matured. It is no longer based only on emotion. It is rooted in experience. You have seen me sustain you before, and you will see me do it again. The last act you performed was a declaration that you are willing to grow. Growth sometimes feels uncomfortable, but growth always leads to greater capacity. The good news will expand your sense of possibility. You will begin thinking differently about your future. Limitations that once felt permanent will start to feel temporary. I am clearing internal fear before I clear external obstacles. Courage inside you will match the opportunity outside you. Balance matters. You are not alone in this process. My presence surrounds you continually. Even in silence, I am active. There were nights when you lay awake, wondering if anything would change. Those nights strengthened your resilience. They prepared you for gratitude when the answer arrives. The good news will not require you to compromise your integrity. It will align with your values. My blessings do not demand that you betray who you are becoming. Continue walking steadily. Do not rush ahead of my timing. Patience at the final stretch ensures smooth transition. You are favored not because you are flawless, but because you are faithful. Faithfulness builds trust between us. That trust opens doors naturally. When the news reaches you, respond with thanksgiving rather than disbelief. Receive it as confirmation of my promise. Let joy rise without fear of losing it. I am proud of the way you handled what tested you. You could have reacted differently. You could have chosen an easier path. Instead, you chose alignment. The good news will mark a visible turning point. It will not erase every challenge instantly, but it will signal that the direction has shifted. Forward movement will feel easier. Keep your heart humble and attentive. Gratitude sustains blessing longer than excitement alone. Stay grounded. Your journey is unfolding intentionally. Nothing is random. Every lesson and every delay served a purpose. Very soon you will sense the shift clearly. It will feel like a door opening after long waiting. When that awareness settles over you, acknowledge it openly. Comment 999 to affirm your belief. Your last act was not just obedience, it was trust under pressure. You were tested in a way that exposed your true foundation. Instead of collapsing into frustration, you leaned toward me. That leaning created movement that is now becoming undeniable. The good news will feel like relief washing over a tired heart. You have been carrying silent weight for longer than most people know. Even when you smiled outwardly, there was strain beneath the surface. I am easing that strain because your obedience gave me room to act. You must remain spiritually attentive in these days. When answers come, they sometimes arrive wrapped in ordinary circumstances. Do not overlook simple conversations or subtle changes. I often enter through doors that appear small. There were forces that tried to push you into reacting differently. Pride wanted to speak, anger wanted to act, fear wanted to retreat. Yet you chose restraint and faith, and that choice has protected your future. The good news will not only encourage you, it will validate you. It will confirm that your spiritual sensitivity was not foolish. It will show you that surrender is stronger than self-defense. You will feel affirmed in ways that restore your confidence. You are stepping into a different level of peace. It will not be the fragile peace that depends on perfect conditions. It will be the steady peace that comes from seeing my hand move. That peace will settle deeper in you. I have been adjusting circumstances beyond your line of sight. People have reconsidered decisions. Doors have been reopened quietly. Timelines have shifted to align with your growth. Your last act also altered how you see yourself. You proved to yourself that you are capable of choosing differently. That awareness strengthens your identity. You are not who you used to be. The good news will bring visible proof that internal change produces external impact. It will connect directly to what you have been hoping for. It will answer a longing you have carried patiently. Continue guarding your thoughts. Doubt often intensifies just before breakthrough. Do not allow anxious thinking to overshadow expectation. Stay anchored in calm trust. You are protected in this transition. Even if unexpected challenges appear, they will not overpower the promise. I am guarding what concerns you. The obedience you showed was not dramatic in the eyes of others. It was quiet, personal, and deeply significant. That kind of obedience moves heaven powerfully. I respond to sincerity. The good news will also create momentum. What begins as one answer may open multiple pathways. You will notice forward motion where there was once stagnation. Do not rush the unfolding. Let it breathe naturally. Forced outcomes lack stability. What I build grows strong over time. You are entering a chapter where clarity replaces confusion. Decisions that once felt heavy will become lighter. Direction will feel simpler. Your faith has matured through this waiting season. It is less fragile and more rooted. That rooting makes you capable of handling growth. The good news may require courage from you as well. Opportunity often asks you to step forward. Do not shrink back when that moment arrives. Confidence has been forming inside you. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9 Word prayer, buried in a classified FBI report, is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I have been strengthening your discernment quietly. You will recognize alignment more quickly now. You will sense what is right without as much hesitation. Your last act was a declaration of who you want to become. That declaration reshaped your path. You stepped away from an old pattern and into a new trajectory. The good news will confirm that you are advancing. It will feel like a door unlocking from the inside. What once resisted you will begin cooperating. Stay grounded in gratitude as anticipation builds. Gratitude stabilizes excitement. It keeps your heart centered. You are not alone in this unfolding. My presence surrounds you daily. Even in moments of silence, I am active. There were nights when you wondered if you would ever see change. Those nights built resilience. They prepared you to receive with appreciation rather than entitlement. The good news will not create chaos. It will bring order. It will align with peace rather than confusion. Continue walking in humility. Pride can disrupt what obedience created. Stay aware that every blessing flows from grace. You are favored because you remained faithful. Faithfulness under pressure is rare. That rarity draws my attention. When the news becomes clear, pause and reflect on how far you have come. Remember the moment you almost chose differently. Remember how you resisted that impulse. I am not only rewarding your action, I am strengthening your relationship with me. This season deepens trust between us. You will carry this memory into future challenges. The good news may also restore something that felt delayed. Timing that seemed off will reveal itself as perfect. You will see that waiting had purpose. Protect your peace in these days. Avoid voices that stir anxiety. Keep your focus on my promise. You are entering renewal. The heaviness of the last season is lifting gradually. Your steps will feel lighter. The obedience you showed did not just shift one outcome. It repositioned you entirely. You are aligned differently now. The good news will affirm that alignment. It will remind you that surrender produces strength. It will validate your growth. Remain attentive. Remain grateful. Remain calm. Very soon you will see the evidence clearly. It will not require imagination to recognize it. When that clarity arrives, speak your gratitude openly. Comment 222 to declare your faith. Your last act was not convenient. It required swallowing pride and surrendering control. You chose restraint when expression would have been easier. That choice shifted the spiritual atmosphere around your situation. The good news will arrive as evidence that self-control produces protection. You avoided consequences that would have followed a different response. What felt like loss in the moment was actually preservation for your future. I shielded you through your obedience. You may sense anticipation rising within you now. That anticipation is not random excitement. It is your spirit recognizing alignment. Remain calm and steady so that expectation does not turn into anxiety. There are details aligning that you do not yet understand. I am coordinating timing, people, and outcomes carefully. What may appear delayed is actually being perfected. I refuse to release blessing prematurely. Your faith has matured beyond desperation. You no longer seek me only in crisis. You have learned to walk with me daily. That daily trust prepared you for this fulfillment. The good news will also restore motivation. Weariness that settled over you will begin to lift. Energy will return in quiet strength. You will feel capable again. Do not underestimate the power of the decision you made. It was a pivot point. It redirected more than one area of your life. It prevented unnecessary damage. The obedience you showed has created favor that extends beyond a single outcome. Momentum is building quietly. What begins as one piece of good news may unfold into several. I want you to guard your thoughts carefully now. Doubt often tries to enter at the edge of breakthrough. Replace every doubtful thought with trust. You are not foolish for believing. The good news will feel aligned with your prayers. It will answer something specific. You will recognize it immediately as connected to your last act. You are not overlooked in the crowd. I know the private battles that shaped your decision. I saw the inner conflict you resolved quietly. I saw the humility it required. Because of that humility, grace is moving more freely in your life. Grace smooths paths that once felt rough. Grace creates openings where walls once stood. The good news will not demand that you compromise who you are becoming. It will support your growth. It will reinforce your direction. You have been learning to trust me without visible proof. That lesson was strengthening your foundation. Now visible proof is near. Stay steady in gratitude. Gratitude stabilizes blessing. It keeps your heart open rather than fearful. Your last act also influenced unseen dynamics around you. It altered how others perceive your integrity. It reshaped conversations that you were not present for. The good news will likely confirm that shift. You will sense cooperation where there was once resistance. Alignment will replace tension. Continue walking in humility. Do not allow excitement to produce pride. Remember that every gift flows from my faithfulness. You are protected in this unfolding. Even if small obstacles appear, they will not overpower what I have arranged. Protection surrounds obedience. The good news will carry clarity. Confusion that clouded your decisions will dissipate. Direction will feel simpler. You have grown stronger emotionally through this season. Reactions that once controlled you no longer dominate. That growth created capacity. I am not only restoring what you thought you lost, I am improving it. What returns will be better shaped and better timed. The obedience you demonstrated proved that your heart is aligned with my character. That alignment invites favor naturally. Favor is not forced, it is attracted. The good news may also open a new path you had not considered. Remain flexible. I sometimes answer prayer through unexpected doors. You are entering a calmer chapter. The intensity of the last season will not define the next one. Peace will mark your steps. Remember how close you came to responding differently. That memory will remind you that growth is real. You chose wisely. The good news will affirm that you are advancing. It will feel like confirmation from heaven. It will quiet lingering doubt. Stay attentive to subtle signals. A conversation, a message, an opportunity may carry the first sign. Do not dismiss what seems small. Your patience has not been wasted. Waiting refined you rather than defeating you. That refinement is valuable. I am proud of your endurance. You did not give up when pressure increased. You did not close your heart. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever.